I once wrote a love letter to an angel, scribbled down my feelings and emotions on an A4, about a page full. So when the postman asked for the address and told me they didn't deliver to heaven, it was painful. From that point on, at a young age, I realized reality would always stand in the way of a man attempting to fulfill his heart's desires, and that the postman was a wanker, and that only a fool would believe in Santa. No white man would give you something without expecting something back in return. Would you listen to my story if I told you I was just another black youth from the urban part of North London known as Wood Green, but we're still hanging from the same tree, by the same rope? I was a fool to believe them when they said I shouldn't waste my vote. Last year was the first and last time you see me put an X next to a party's name, cause they increased tuition fees, 4 kids died from stabbings last week, and apparently Obama just buried Osama. Like I said, only a fool would believe in Santa. I write poems while working in a stockroom at work. On a phone which is supposed to be in my locker, there's a possibility I could get fired before finishing this next line. I'm just like you, sitting behind the cashier wondering what all these years of education amounted to. I know a doctor that's a cleaner, a lawyer that stacks bottles, and an accountant that works in McDonald's. Didn't you strive for that degree? Wasn't that piece of paper with a number on it supposed to change your life? The irony of what I just said made me laugh twice. Cause a clever man will tell you that money is the root of all evil, but a wise man will tell you that money was created by people. And my mum would say, money can't buy you happiness, but it can help. How would she react if she found I took my degree and ripped it up? All the great men are no longer here to sit with us, so I drop knowledge on these streets and hope the youths pick it up. I never smoke weed, so who am I to disagree? Spark one up and blaze away if that's what sets you free. Cause they'll tell you that it's kosher, then they attempt to dictate your life with a rota. I'm a product of a part-time shift in Sainsbury's, 20-hour shift in Marks and Spencer, full-time working on a construction site, only to get home and find out the council has still turned off your lights. F 'em. 12 years in the school system, 3 years in a higher learning institution, 2 exclusions, being young, black and sagging your jeans, forcing your lecturers to draw conclusions. American dreams, street illusions, uncles constantly asking you to send them money via Western Unions. Law degree, turning 23 and finding out life ain't what you thought it would be. Admitting this to yourself awkwardly. Mental depression, government steering the economy straight into a recession. So now Lily can't get a job even though she paid attention in every flipping lesson. To be or not to be is an irrelevant question. I think therefore I am. The world is my classroom and they want to put my people in detention. I feel like a Jew in Nazi Germany, under India Amin in Uganda, locked in a room in a hotel in Rwanda. That's my mental state living in the slums of Great Britain. That's my mental state living in the slums of Great Britain, Great Britain. And it's just like, mama keeps questioning me, like, son, when you going back to university? Mama said I did it and it weren't for me. But son, I see you struggling and it's hurting me. But mama, I see you struggling and it's hurting me. Mama keeps questioning me, like, son, when you going back to university? Mama said I did it and it weren't for me. But son, I see you struggling and it's hurting me. I once received a response for a letter I sent to an angel. She told me it had fallen out of the bag of a very unpleasant postman and the wind had carried it onto her porch. She said its word had flattered her to tears. She said she'd read it every day for the past 6 years. I asked, 6 years? So why had it taken her so long to show up? She said she'd been shy, and that as every day went by, she watched me grow more into a man who even she was not sure she was good enough for. She told me that she loved my every poem and watched every time I stepped on stage. She said she hated watching me slave away for that minimum wage, but have faith in the Lord, she said as she winked, cause you'll all be worth it one day. She said she would continue to read my letter daily and that she was my biggest fan, but the only problem was my age. She didn't date younger men. After all, she was like 2 millennium older than me. But she still thought I was cute. and stopped to say one more thing before she flew away. But I already knew what she had to say. She pointed at my letter and said, "If a man truly wishes to fulfill his dreams, reality can never get in the way." If a man truly wishes to fulfill his dreams, reality can never get in the way.